shots on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On first down, Tannehill. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah. Simmons picking it off.
Tannehill's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Titans' 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's you.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. They run it with Carson. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they...
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And the Titans first down.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
He was brought down.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running from the gun with Henry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Derrick Henry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Titans.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Quarter with no score.
Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their own 5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 3-yard line.
Back near his goal line, Brissett. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He'll buy some time right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Henry, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brissett. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this one is right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Murray going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Brissett. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Complete.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Titans 10, Cardinals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Drake on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're dead.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now it looked like movement up front. If that's the case, that might end any thought of a field goal. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. On the return comes Drake. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
On first down, Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Play. 2nd and 10. At the 40.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 20.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing again on second down. Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Henry.
At the 9-yard line.
He's got room to run past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Tennessee.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. 2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this all the way down down to the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. We're set. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Khalif Raymond now. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now it's Peterson. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right read.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down on their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man-on-man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it at the point of attack.
Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Titans.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Brissett. Smith catches left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Henry. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing. Brissett escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That one a back-breaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Derrick Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown.
A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll indeed take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely.